Coach, first off, congrats on making the finals again, and in hopes of getting 2 straight titles. Start with an opening statement, and then we'll go from there.
I think we're just excited for the opportunity to be able to be back in the championship. I think my team's been really resilient this year. You know, we lost 6 seniors last year, and I signed 11 new people, so most people probably didn't think we'd get here. But I think my returners have really stepped up and embraced the opportunity in which we have.
Coach, you had a very balanced attack today, 4 players in double figures. Talk about how important that was to get a lot of different players contributing.
I think it's very important because then they can't hone in on one person. You know, a lot of people have a superstar. And I feel like I have a team of superstars because on any given night someone can step up, and if one person steps up one night, they might not be there the next night, and the next person's got to step up, and I think that's kind of been the story of our season.
The attention now turns to this next game, Arkansas Tech and East Central. What do you look for? You know, how do you feel you match up against both of them?
You know, obviously, I think that they both have great inside presence. I think that's probably the biggest thing. Obviously, Arkansas Tech has Rosie, who was Player of the Year this year, and she's definitely hard to guard. But you know, we'll play whoever wins. I guess at this point, we'll take what we can get. But I think that they're both kind of the same in a sense. The only difference is I think Rosie is a huge factor.
Now, ladies, you have a chance to play in the championship game. Talk about what's running through your mind right now, especially after such a good win over a good Harding team.
I mean, we're excited. We came here last year and we're wanting to repeat, so we'll play anybody. We're ready.
I'd say the most exciting part is that no one thought we would be here, and we're just ready to prove that we can do it again, even if we did lose 6 people, and we do have 11 new people this year.
Michelle, can you talk about your guys' start today? You know, you came out full energy and hit them in the mouth real quick, forced a timeout and just hitting shots. Can I talk about that? I mean, what do you think it is that gives you guys that energy right off the bat?
I think we were really excited to play them again because, I mean, we lost to them at their place and then we beat them at home, and we had heard that people were saying, some of their girls were saying stuff on Twitter, and I think we were really excited to just prove a point.
I always tell them we want to start fast, and we want to prove a point early, especially when people say we can't do something. You know, if someone says we can't cover this or do that, you know, I feel like my players really rise to that challenge, and they want to prove people wrong. Because, you know, at the end of the day, we are still a really young team, if you look at my roster. And even though we have great leadership, they want to prove people wrong, and they want to prove that even though that we lost some significant players last year, we have significant players again.
And then, MaRiah, can you kind of talk about how, you know, your role has changed here late in the season? You've come off the bench, provided a spark, hit some huge shots tonight. Kind of talk about that transformation for you.
Really, I watch the game and I learn from the players that are, if they're not doing something and I need to change it, then when I get in, I do want to be the spark plug, and as a senior, I think I can play that role. And I'm taking in that role, and I don't know, I'm just coming in and doing my job and telling what my coach tells me, so.
And I think that's the one thing about these girls, you know. Everyone wants to start, but at the end of the day, we got to find the right matchups for that right day, and it's changed for us all season. And I think, you know, Michelle and MaRiah have both been in the same position where they've either started or they've both come off the bench, but they've embraced their role. They don't sit over there and they don't pout. You know, you might get that selfish player that does that, and they're not that. They're going to come in and they're going to fix whatever needs to be fixed. They're going to make that difference defensively, and that they know that they've got to make big shots and step up, and they've both done that. They've been huge factors the whole time they've been at SWOSU, and they're going to continue that.
The last 2 games that you've played here have really improved your chances of playing on beyond this weekend. Is that something that's motivating you into the next game, or is it something that you're really not looking at right now?
We've definitely discussed it because, you know, the one thing we wanted to do last year is we wanted to make history, and I thought we did. You know, no one probably thought we would win the inaugural championship. Well, this year we want to continue to write history. Of course, we want to win that inaugural championship, but we want to continue to play as late into March as we possibly can, especially with the simple fact that, you know, like we said, we lost 6 seniors last year, and that's a huge factor. We've addressed it, but we don't dwell on it. We have to focus on the present, and our focus right now, you know, today was Harding. Tomorrow, you know, we're about to go watch a game, see who wins, and our focus is going to be on that, and then we'll look forward. But we definitely understand that you have to look forward in order to handle today.